Hi. So I'm really excited. This is going to be a brand new series on this channel, and it's something that I've never done before. I have been wanting to show up in a new way, and I've been sort of allowing my inspiration to come to me when it was ready to. And shortly ago, I had this really cool idea where I'm doing this new series where I'm going to be showing up every single week. And I'm going to be calling forward my entire team of light, my spirit guides, archangels, ascended masters. I have them kind of congregated all around me already. And I'm going to bring them forward and channel a message. And it's whatever they want to talk about. And it's going to be for that week specifically. And I'm setting the intention for it to be for whoever finds that video. If you found it, it was meant for you, and the timing is also meant for you. So whenever you find this recording, this video, I want you to know that it was meant for you and you were meant to receive it at this moment in time. However, that's not all I'm going to be doing. I really wanted to show up in a new way, a way that was going to challenge me, but also that fills a space that I've noticed inside of the spiritual community and the personal development community as a whole. There are so many incredibly talented and wise teachers, coaches, therapists, healers, psychics, mediums, and channelers, and whatever other label you want to name them out there that have the most incredible perspective and wisdom and talents to share with the world. That there is almost an endless amount of information out there. I mean, especially with social media now and books and AI, like you can spend a lifetime accumulating information, and accumulating all of that knowledge is an important part of the journey. It's how we shift perspective. It's how we change our opinions and our mind. It's how we open our hearts to new ideas and perspectives and energies inside of who we are. However, I have noticed that it can become a crutch when all we do is seek and search and accumulate information and watch videos and read books. We can sometimes get stuck there and either use it as a crutch in order to avoid the next step in the healing journey, which is the compassion stage and the acceptance stage. Or sometimes we don't know how to navigate to the next phase of our journey. So we just keep accumulating information, hoping to learn and hoping that we're going to figure it out. And so I really wanted to provide an experience where I'm going to be channeling a message which will hopefully resonate for you and offer you a perspective shift or something new to think about and something to create a new level of awareness inside of you. But then also, I wanted to then, after that, take you through a short exercise, an exercise that is going to allow you to take that new information and turn it inwards. So when we go out searching for information, it's always out there, outside of us. But I really want on this channel and inside of the work that I do to begin to show you how to redirect your attention inwards because everything that you need is here. All of the information that you're searching for is also it's available here. At one point in time, I didn't know how to access my own wisdom. I had to learn. I had to learn how to trust this rather than going outside of myself searching for it. And so I want to show you the how to do that. So the first part of this video, I'm going to be channeling a message for you. And the second part is going to be an exercise where you're going to be asked to turn inwards and to observe something inside of you, a feeling, a sensation, I think is what they're telling me, Learning how to feel what's here, what's present, acknowledging that it's there, and learning how to hold it inside of a really compassionate space. When we think of the releasing, when we talk about the healing stuff and we want to release it, right? Release it. Well, what does that really mean to release something? What that really means is that you are thinking about something about yourself and feeling something inside of yourself in a different way. So, where you might be avoiding something inside of you because it's uncomfortable or you're afraid of it, or maybe there's judgment there, maybe there's shame there, maybe there's guilt there. And so anytime you think about it or anytime you feel it, it gives you like a contracting feeling. And you don't want to think about it and you don't want to feel it and you don't, and it kind of, anytime you do, the feeling of judgment is elevated or magnified, or the feeling of guilt or shame is intensified. When we talk about releasing it, what we mean is shifting that experience from one of judgment, shame, or fear to one of love, compassion, and acceptance. So you're just shifting your relationship to that thought, to that belief system, and to that sensation inside of you. And when you shift how you feel about it, how you think about it, how you think and feel and see you, the energy shifts. It shifts from judgment to acceptance. It shifts from shame to love. And that is what you're releasing. You're releasing that denser energy by shifting your experience of you inside of it. And so that's what I'm going to be taking you through in the second half of these videos is showing you how to do that. And hopefully in time, you'll develop your own process and you'll kind of take yourself moving forward through that releasing part of whatever it is you feel like you need to navigate moving forward. And so what I'm going to do, I have no idea how this is going to go. I've never done this before, but I'm just going to take a second. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to tune in to what they want to talk about, and we'll go from there. And I'm really excited to see what happens with this. So just give me a second and I'll see what they want to say. Okay. So they're immediately zoning in to the third eye, and they want to bring attention and awareness to how you see you, because how you see you determines the entire reality that you create inside of this lifetime. They're showing me almost like an X-ray image where you come into this lifetime with an idea about how, who you want to be and what you want to experience. And you have some idea of the type of person that you want to experience inside of a lifetime. And then as you experience your human reality, the nature of this experience shifts according to the energy that you experience around you. And now they're showing me all of these other eyes kind of watching you as you're moving through life. They're watching you and they're perceiving you as you perceive you as well. And they're formulating their own opinions about you, and you're formulating your own opinion about you according to how those eyes on you make you feel. And as you move through life, you're feeling people watching you, and this can become very uncomfortable, and you can develop belief systems about how you should be as a byproduct of whatever those eyes watching you, whatever feelings they evoke from within you. If they make you feel ashamed of who you are, then there's a belief system that there's something about you that's wrong, that there's a wrongness there, and you start to go out looking for what it is. And what you determine to be the wrongness that's within you will depend on the wrongness that they're feeling too. And I think that what my guides are trying to, to tell us today is that everything that we think and feel about who we are is a byproduct of what everyone else is thinking and feeling about who they are too. And these belief systems have energy, thoughts have energy, feelings have energy, and this energy kind of permeates the collective. And for those of you who are watching this video, I think that your energy is pretty open. You wouldn't have found this type of video if it wasn't. You're open energetically. And what that means is that your ability to feel and sense the energy around you is more heightened because you're more open to it. You're just a more open type of mind. And the thoughts and feelings and energies around you feel intensified because of how open you are. And without realizing it, you take that on and you misinterpret it as your own when it was never yours to begin with. It was never your belief system that there was something wrong with you. It was never your belief system that there was something about you that you needed to be ashamed of. But you kind of felt that in your periphery and misinterpreted that as yours and took that on as yours and have been living your entire life with this feeling that something is wrong with you, that there's something about you that needs to change or be fixed, or there's this something about you that's just inherently wrong and that we can't forgive. And it was just something in the collective that latched onto you, and you're like, oh, this must be for me. This must be mine. And what they really want you to understand is that you get to determine what's yours. With this information going forward, now that have this level of awareness that not everything you think and feel is yours, you get to analyze it when it's brought to your attention. When a thought pops into your head, you get to observe it and say, is this mine? Does this belong to me? Where did this come from? How do I know that this is mine? How do I know that there is something about me that's wrong? That's I need to be ashamed of, that I should be judging, that I need to fix or change or adjust or alter in order to feel differently slash better about who I am. And once you can begin to develop a relationship inside of you with the thoughts and feelings that are there and create like a separation between me and what I feel, you get to pick and choose what's you and what's not you. And now they're showing the eyes around you dissipating and disappearing. And what that really means is you're no longer feeling the threat of the thoughts and opinions of other people because you recognize that that's not you and that has nothing to do with you and they no longer affect you. And the energy that is you is whatever you get to choose that to be. That's up to you. And if what you want to feel is free, if what you want to feel is love, if what you want to feel is peace, then you get to. And the people around you will no longer have the ability to take that away from you anymore because you'll know that anytime you feel something that's not that, it might not be yours. Or you'll know how to shift to that experience anytime you want to. I'm just checking in to see if there's anything else. They're showing a path. They're showing you walking the path forward, and the path divides, and you get to choose which path you take. Is it the path of feeling a sense of sovereignty inside of who you are, meaning that you get to choose who that is? Or are you going to pick the path of moving forward in a way where you allow the collective energy, the thoughts and opinions of other people, and what you observe from them, what they observe from you, and how reality unfolds? Are you going to allow that to dictate not only how you feel, but your thoughts and opinions about who you are? And ultimately, there's no right and there's no wrong. That's not what we come here to determine. What we come here to determine is our experience. And when you were born into this world, you were open to all the experiences and you allowed other people's experiences to influence your own. But now you're being given the knowledge that there's another path available for you if you want to choose it. And that path may offer you a different experience of you. And with that different experience, it'll be up to you to choose what you want to do with it. Okay. Wow. This is this is a message that's been very top of mind for me lately, actually. I have been recognizing just how much of what I'm feeling is not mine. And so this is definitely a message that's for me as well. They're saying I lead by example, meaning I have to go through the thing before I can really understand how to talk about it. So they wanted to use my experience as like a jumping off point for this message today. Thank you for that. Anything else that you want to say today? Okay. So now they want to take you through an exercise of how this is accomplished. How do you recognize what's yours from what's not yours? How can you begin to differentiate those two feelings and sensations? Because anytime we have a anytime we have a thought or belief system, it's going to evoke a physical sensation in the body. And that's often something that I have noticed is not really discussed very openly unless you do more somatic type work. But when you begin to navigate this spiritual space, there's a lot of talk about energy. And if you want to open up your intuition, if you want to be able to open your channel to receive messages, it's all through feeling energy. And the first step is feeling your own. What's alive inside of me? What does it feel like? And what does it feel like when I shift it? And so that's what they want to guide you through today is beginning to become aware of the sensations of energy inside of you. Begin to sense when something is not yours or something is not necessarily what you want to be experiencing, and then understanding how to shift it and then what it feels like to feel you, like to feel your energy. Like what does love feel like in your body, in your vessel? What does that energy feel like? Because when you can identify what love feels like, you can choose it and come back to it and recognize when it's there and when it's not there, and then choose to feel it when you want to. And when you choose that, that's when your intuition opens. Because when you choose love, you're choosing oneness. Oneness is love, it's unconditional love. And when you choose unconditional love, you become source consciousness embodied. And when you are feeling the frequency of oneness, of source consciousness, that's when you can receive more of what you are, of what you're feeling, of what you're identifying with. That's really how intuition works, or at least how I like to teach it and look at it. Okay. They're telling me to end the preamble. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys through a really short exercise now of observing observing an energy inside of your body that doesn't feel comfortable, that feels anxious, that feels stressful, so that we can and release it and feel love instead, feel peace instead. You get to decide what you want to feel. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes and get really comfortable. And if you want to come back to this exercise when you have a moment to do so, I highly recommend pausing this video and coming back when you have a few minutes to give it the time and attention that it needs, because this is something you want to do without distraction. And definitely if you're driving or if you're walking or you're doing chores or something, I suggest pausing this and coming back when you have the space and time to without distraction to give it the time and attention it needs. So I just want you to get comfortable, ideally sitting or lying down somewhere quiet. I just want you to close your eyes and take your hands and just place them either on your heart or on your stomach. And I just want you to take some deep breaths and notice what's here. And your attention might immediately flip up into your head. What am I supposed to be noticing? When is this going to end? How long is this going to take? I have other shit to do. What is that thing I needed to do next? What if this doesn't work for me? What if I can't figure this out? And just notice how the mind is immediately trying to take you out of the body and into the head. Okay? And they're telling me to tell you to just witness how the mind is trying to distract you from the discomfort that you might be feeling in your body. But all of these nervous thoughts that your mind is trying to distract you with are also creating a feeling associated with it in the body. And it might feel like a vibrating feeling, like an anxious kind of like high energy, um, kind of frenetic energy. You might notice that your heart rate is slightly elevated. You might feel shortness of breath all of a sudden. I feel like someone might be feeling that. You might feel I'm seeing a nervous tick, maybe in your foot, in your knee. This is all part of the mind feeling uncomfortable slowing down. And perhaps for the first time, you're becoming aware of how much nervous energy is really existing inside of your body right now. And all they want you to do is allow it, notice it. Because what does release mean again? It means shifting your relationship with you. And if your relationship with this experience is one of judging it, saying, I'm not good at this. Oh my God, I didn't realize how nervous I was. Jesus Christ, I could do this better. I can't wait to get this done. I wish that I didn't feel this way. I wish my body wasn't so nervous. I wish my mind wasn't so active. That is your way of judging and shaming your experience of you, that there's a wrongness about you and that this experience would be better if it was different and that you would be better if it was different. And love, unconditional love, doesn't need you to change at all. It needs you to allow. And I just want you to breathe through this experience and allow it to be what it is. And if it's shitty, great, because today we're allowing that. Where in the past, that wouldn't have been okay. You get to take as long as you need inside of this experience and you get to allow this experience to be whatever it needs to be for you. And I want you to notice if giving yourself permission to allow shifts anything. If all of a sudden things feel a little bit softer, feel a little bit less agitated, if your mind has calmed down just a little bit, if you had like a second of reprieve from the thoughts, if the nervous ticks have kind of slowed down, if your heart rate has slowed down, I feel like for maybe one of you, it's still elevated and that's okay. And now they're just saying, take a deep breath and you're going to come up with an intention of gratitude. Gratitude for taking the time to choose love today. It can be thanking you. It can be thanking this experience. It can be thanking your own energy and intuition for finding this video when you needed it. And it can be thanking your highest self for guiding you on a path that's meant for you, that's best for you, that's for your highest and best. And it could be just thanking the energy of those around you for showing you how to come back to you. Because ultimately, that's the gift that they've been giving you that you maybe didn't see until now was the gift of choice. You didn't see that you had choice, but now you do. And now that you see it that way, you can be grateful for their reflection of that. Just take a moment to thank something, someone. Take one deep breath in and exhale, letting it all go. What you just did was you shifted your frequency. You released something. When you felt even just like a minuscule difference between where we started and where you are now, if your heart rate has slowed just a little bit, if your mind has stopped racing just a little bit, if you feel just like a tiny ounce more peace or less anxiousness than you did a few seconds ago, what you just did was you shifted your energy. You released a little bit of judgment, a little bit of fear, a little bit of shame, whatever it was, whatever thought or belief system was creating that anxious energy. You released it and you shifted your energy from one of more shame, more fear, more judgment, more perceived wrongness about you or your reality to one of more acceptance, more love, more peace, whatever it is that you are wanting to feel instead. And this was just the first step. This is the first step to all of it. And over time, you build on this, and over time, it becomes easier. Over time, you can differentiate what's yours from not yours much faster. You can shift it quicker and much more fully. So I'm so excited for your first step into this experience of learning how to recognize a sensation in your body, an energy in your body, recognizing that it's not necessarily yours just because you're feeling it. You adopted it from something, from somewhere, from someone, and you've just taken your first step to learning how to shift it and release it and open yourself up to the divine that lives inside of you. Because the divine is oneness, and oneness is unconditional love. And unconditionally loving and accepting your experience of you, regardless of what it is love, is divine source consciousness. I'm so excited about this new series. If you enjoyed this, if you followed along with this exercise, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Otherwise, I can't wait to tune in with you next week to see what the guides want to bring through. And I'm really excited about sharing these little nuggets of wisdom with you and sharing how to really do the work to move away from building awareness and start to move into the acceptance piece of the journey, which is my favorite part of it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.